first carry now for Alexander Madison. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Minshew sets to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all get.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chargers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now Herbert. Open man right side is Shark. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Will Dissly laying himself out in the end zone. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, Minshew. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Madison running on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8. Another carry now for Madison. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Off play action, it's Minshew. This goes out wide from Madison. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. Looking to throw it, Minshew. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. 23 yards the pickup there. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for Amir Abdullah. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Madison is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Madison. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Harrison Bryant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Herbert. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Now it's Herbert. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Minshew. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Here's Minshew. Open man is Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Running from the gun, it's Abdullah. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Being chased out left. And this is caught. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. This is a screen to Abdullah. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Alexander Madison, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at about the 14. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And they begin the drive with Abdullah. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll run here. Abdullah. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
A fake on the jet sweep and a give to Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Herbert now. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, L.A. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
After the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's first down. Here's Minshew. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Minshew steps away. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Now Minshew. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He'll look to throw. Here's Tucker, complete on the right side. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowers. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. A shotgun handoff. This is Abdullah. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Tucker. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Chargers have...